find out you need surgery, the last thing that you think is that someone's going to leave something in you. The bad thing is this happens more than we would like to think or hope to happen. Every year, according to Science Daily, in the United States, about 1,500 people have a surgical object accidentally left inside them. Now, with this procedure of the surgery, what they have to do first is count the tools so that they know how many they have beforehand and how many afterward. Then they prepare the patient, then they begin the procedure. So, of course, every surgery is going to be different and have different steps to it. Then afterward, they have to recount because of this issue. So, the items that get left are tweezers, forceps, clamps, and surgical sponges are the most common. And when the blood covers them, it's really hard to see. But in the slides, those are forceps, and afterward you see them after it's like too late and they're already closed up. Next. That is a part of scissors that broke off inside. And the next one is sponge. Surgical sponges are different than a household sponge. It's actually more of a cloth that have metal through it. And that's how they pick it up. So how does this happen? Well, in emergency situations like the ER, if you're rushed into surgery, there may not be enough time to count every tool beforehand. Also, in obese people, it's easier to lose things inside, so that tends to happen. And also, when blood covers the instruments, it's like sponges, it's really hard to tell where they went or if they're still there. So the biggest problem with this would be sponges and gauze. They are able to fester like bacteria and end up causing internal diseases. Also, of course, obviously, the sharper objects will end up puncturing you inside and cause internal bleeding. To prevent this, or things to help prevent, maybe is to remind your surgeon, if you have time that is, to ask about, hey, is there a procedure where you have to count beforehand, or just make note of it so it's fresh in their mind, or just that in general that it happens, or just have a conversation with them about it. So when going into surgery, you really don't want to be left with an unwanted gift. So remember to make notice of this to your surgeon if there's time, and also pray.